Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Liza McCarthy, and in today's speed paint, I am going to do a big compilation of all my Christmas related speed paints. So this is going to be a very interesting video because a lot of you guys have requested that I do I got a few DMs, right? Not a lot, but anyways, I got a few DMs of like, you have some Christmas art, beautiful art on your page, like, why won't you do a speed paint? And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be really fun because I do enjoy a lot of Christmas art and Halloween art, just like very themed and very interesting art. So I just thought, why not make the same video idea that I did for the Halloween with Christmas one, since the last video was very well received, and I was just like thinking that this is going to be a really great video. So I hope you enjoy this speed paint and my process, and we're going to have some fun Q&A in today's video because I've been asked for a Q&A video, which I will be doing like currently in the works, like editing it, so it's kind of in the process. But I will be doing a Q&A little episode of the questions I've been asked from my Instagram page. So I've saved and screenshotted some of the responses, and it will be very interesting to, answer some of the questions. And do not worry, this video is time-stamped, so if you're not interested in speed paint and in some particular questions, you could just, go to the description and kind of see whichever question you're interested in. So, feel free to do that. Okay, so the first question I have, will you ever be making more original art or only dtiys? So dtiys is draw this in your style challenge that I constantly do. Like, an artist creates a character, whatever character, and I kind of just draw this in my style. That's what everybody does. I have my own, draw this in your style challenges, quite a few of them, like 2 or 3, and I think I will be doing some original art, sure, but I do feel that, original art is so much harder. You have to come up with a concept, and with where does the light go, where does the shadow go, and it has to use a lot of brain power to invent the character, right, to create it, and a lot of inspiration, the pose, everything, the color palette, so that it looks very interesting yet subtle, and whatever mood you want to convey through your artwork. So this takes a lot of practice. I will be doing some challenges to try and create original characters, but I do think I prefer fan arts and draw this in your style challenges more because you already have the idea, the concept of it, and you're just kind of drawing this in your style, however you see it. So that's basically a very big reason why I enjoy draw this in your style challenges, because the concept is created and you just draw this in your style. It's very easy, no brain power, just draw this in your style. Okay, which Patreon tier do you recommend joining? Okay. So, side note that I have rebranded my Patreon, and I have only 2 tiers instead of 3. My first tier is the Witch Coven, and it basically has more content than before, which is very exciting because I actually had a lot of people there's some benefits I want to have from this tier and this tier, but I feel they're a bit expensive or something, and I'm like, okay, so since I'm not as a very professional artist, or don't consider myself to be, I was like, you know what, let's just make this very valuable yet very affordable and very efficient, so that I would ultimately have to think about the content for the 2 tiers rather than 3 and how to separate them in, because I feel like the video content, I could do it all the time. That is why I feel like the other tiers are neglected. So I decided to change it up a bit, and I will be doing a separate YouTube video about that, so you don't have to worry about it. But I'm just going to go in a little summary. So tier 1 features digital downloads, newsletter, which is for free for everybody, even if you're not a patron of mine, you can access it for free. Then there's work in progress updates, coloring pages, downloadables, art advice columns, step-by-step guides, sketchbook feed, early access art. Then for tier 2, It is work in progress updates, digital downloads, newsletter, exclusive voting power, early access art, step-by-step guides, sketchbook feed, art advice column, coloring pages, brushes I use, mood board, inspo posts, art, video content, and video tutorials. So you kind of have to see what you're, most comfortable with joining, because tier 1 is $1 per month and tier 2 is $3 per month. And you can cancel it like any time, so you don't have to like pay every single month if you don't want to, you don't want to be in my Patreon, but like you could just try it out for yourself. And I love Patreon because this is the platform where if you follow me on Instagram, you do know that I constantly support other artists and learn from them. So it's just like one of the best platforms for artists and creators alike. So that's just something I would recommend checking out. But the tier I recommend is either you join the tier 1 and you have like art guides and everything. If that works for you, that's great. $1 per month. What are you gonna lose, right? Or I would recommend personally $3 tier per month, since you have video content, which I think I am someone who learns best at video content. So I feel like, it's just extra $2. It's not that much. So if you have the ability and the privilege, if you really want to join, then you could just join my video tier 2 that features video content, which is like exclusive. So, whatever you want will be great. Yeah, I hope this kind of long answer just like helped you. So it just basically like, in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is that it depends whether you prefer video content to learn from or art guides, which I will be implementing this June. Yeah, I'm kind of doing everything else, posting everything else, but art guides, they take a lot of time and I'm working on them. So from around June, middle of June, I think they'll be implemented in very smoothly. So think whatever you want of that. Non-art question. But what booktubers do you watch, if any, since you like reading? Oh my gosh, like this person, oh my gosh, thank you. This is like, I didn't read all the questions, but like, oh my gosh. Like, I have a lot of booktubers I want to recommend. Not a lot, but they're just like some people I watch and I'm like crazy about them. First person I watch, which is a booktuber, is Just Ali. I love her channel. She's such a ball of enthusiasm. She's so great explaining, books. She's so fun to watch. She's just such an interesting person, and I love her channel so much. Then there is Haley Pham. I love her so much as well. She is such a creative and fun person. Her editing style is amazing. Then there is Steph Bauer. Also love her so much. Then there is also I will be linking those channels down, so if you want to check them out. There is also the Book Leo. She has like one of the best commentary long form essay videos that you could possibly imagine. Like, such an interesting person. Who else? There is Destiny Sidewell. Love her channel so much. There is Jack Edwards, and there was also, yeah, I remember, there is Sarah Caroli. I love her so much as well. I just can't believe I just literally forgot her. Anyways, these are the booktubers I watch, and I really love the recommendations, and even the books that they don't recommend or aren't interested in, I'm like going to check them out because, obviously I just feel like I appreciate the review, but I'm just wanting to see it for myself. So, just if the plot of the book, like the synopsis of the book, sounds interesting to me, then I'm going to get the book. And that's how I get most of, if not all of my books are by recommendations, by just watching videos, or it's by, either it's like going to bookstores and finding the books myself, like going through and picking out whatever book catches my eye, reading the back, right, the synopsis, and then like buying the book. Or It's like going to Amazon, writing a thriller or something, thriller books, and then you just kind of scroll down, see whatever books, and you just buy them. Or basically like Goodreads recommendations. I still do that. I just scroll through Goodreads and see whatever sounds interesting enough. That's kind of the book related question. What book are you reading right now? Okay, what book am I reading right now? I'm not reading any books right now because I'm studying and like on exams, but I do want to read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Like, I really want to read this book. There's also A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy I want to read, and One of Us is Lying duology. The Hating Game, I've watched the movie and I want to read the book. Like, I really want to read the book. So I don't know what I'm going to read next, but you'll just have to see either my Instagram or Goodreads account, if you follow along. So yeah, it's kind of I'm a mood reader, so whatever I feel like reading, I just read it. But I do think I will be reading People We Meet on Vacation first because I'm like so excited to read that book, and I've heard Emily Henry so many good things about her, right? And I really want to read that book and get some more of her books. Okay, anyways, what else have we got here? Your favorite thing to draw? My favorite thing to draw would be girls. That's the only thing I draw. Food is interesting, right? I really like food, but I do prefer drawing like girls. I'm still not used to drawing male characters, but female, I can do that. Anything, like cute book character girls, I really like drawing them. Okay. Best thing about making an art piece. It depends, it definitely changes from time to time. It may be sketching or it may be rendering. I really like rendering. It can also be flat colors, but it is never line art. I do not like line art. It's such a meticulous process. It's such a detailed process. It takes a lot of time, and you just have to get the perfect line. Yeah, it's a very meticulous It's a very meticulous process, as I said. And it's something that takes me a lot of time, so I just don't like line art in general. But I do prefer sketching and rendering. Yeah, I do. I guess I like to finish off the artwork, shadows, highlights, all this good stuff. I really like doing it. Favorite traditional art tools? It would have to be a mechanical pencil. It would definitely have to be a mechanical pencil. I don't know why. I just prefer to sketch with it so much, and I could just have a whole spread, more than whole spread, a lot of spreads with mechanical pencil without anything else, and I just really like it. Yeah. What was the longest time you took an illustration? Longest time I took on an illustration. I don't remember, but if I'm going to talk about recent illustrations I did, the longest was 8 hours and around 40 minutes. That was the longest it took. But I do think in the past, when I started off digital art and I made disgusting art, it took me more than 11 hours. That's what I think, because I was just figuring out the software, the brushes, everything. So I think that was around 11 hours. I think it sounds very familiar, but I don't really remember exact number of hours and minutes. So, I think you'll have to trust and go with my word on this because I really don't remember. Yeah, when did you start drawing? When did I start drawing? I started drawing since I was a child, basically, right? I wrote this somewhere. Since I was a child. I guess I said this in my stories before or something, but I started doing consistent art since 2020, watercolor sketching and stuff, and it was disgusting looking, and I took art courses, video art courses where I learned how to draw real life, perfume, parrots, flowers, landscapes, sunset, whatever it was, those stuff you do. But then I kind of started sketching on paper, and then I kind of rotated to drawing illustrations in my style, and I started digital art in the end of 2021. It was disgusting, and I like removed them from my profile, but I will be doing this video. I have an idea where I would be basically drawing my old illustrations into my newer style. So this is actually very exciting. I hope you stay tuned for that. It'll be coming sometime this summer or something. Yeah, and by the end of 2021, I started digital art, and then I got my iPad on my birthday, which is July 16th, and then since then I've been drawing on Procreate for a very long time, since July 16th of last year, and that's kind of my whole art journey, right? Okay, what else? Did you go to art school? Your art is so pretty, by the way. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, yeah. Did I go to art school? No, I didn't. I mean, I did Patreon courses and video tutorials that I saw on YouTube and artists' Patreon, right, for like a month or something. But I never did like art courses physically. But I did like online courses with this Russian teacher, like on Zoom, where she was teaching me how to watercolor and how to like draw real life illustrations and stuff. But I never really had physical help in like an art school related atmosphere. So I never went to art school. I need drawing software recommendations, please. Okay, so basically my favorite is Procreate, and it only is for iPad. And then there is IB's Paint X, there is Medibank Paint, there's Clip Studio Paint, there's Photoshop, there's Sketchbook, right? So if you want Android, I really recommend IB's Paint X. It's a very good platform, but it just like depends whether you like it or not. I do not like it. I prefer Procreate more, so basically it depends on what you want in your software, right? When you want to do with it and what features you like. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching my channel, and subscribe. Love you all so much.